Welcome back, Weekend Ranchers. We had a little week off.
Yeah, it's been a week.
So part of our week off was in the process of getting game cameras and setting up our protective gear to take care of our little predators. They were quicker than us, and we lost our last 2 pigs.
Yeah, so last week we didn't have to show up. There wasn't any pigs around to us feed or water. The fence guys hadn't made progress. So it's kind of one of those weeks where it's like, if we have the opportunity, let's go ahead and chill. Kind of try and sort some things out on our end and figure out kind of how we're going to reevaluate what we're doing. So that's kind of what we did. So I think right now we have no pigs. I don't think we're going to get pigs for a little while. We're not going to replace them anytime soon. It may not be till next year. But some of the things is just figuring out if we're going to be here on the property, at what point do we ever get out of here on the property, or how do we make sure that predators like this don't come around. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're gonna have to figure out on that point. So right now, no more pigs. We'll end up cleaning up the pasture here and kind of storing stuff until next time. But
so I think it's given us some reevaluation time. So we're gonna take some time today to check up on the fence progress, but we've got our building bardominium behind us. So we're gonna take some measurements and see about some other projects like that to make it easier to be out here, even if it's just staying over for a night or 2.
Yeah, so that way we can start doing layout and figuring out how we're going to arrange everything for, whether it be a home, whether it be something like Charlotte said, until we can get something where we can sleep here and at least get something going. I'm not really a camper RV guy, so that is an option. Just go get an RV camper and stick it out here. But we've got that other small little house. We could just fix that little guy up, make that our sleeper as we then try and get everything else going. But we'll see. But we want to get some dimensions, I think, so that way we can tell what it is options wise. Will the big barn work? Okay,
so we have something else going on today. Someone else is coming out to the property, so tell us all about it.
We're getting gas.
We already got a lot of gas. We're getting diesel fuel.
Yeah, so finally these guys are coming out. They're going to deliver the 300-gallon tank. It's going to be gravity fed. They're going to install the tank and then give us some of that red diesel for the tractor. So I don't have a lot of diesel left in the tractor, hence last week I thought, well, I could continue mowing, but I don't have a lot of diesel. And they were supposed to bring it last week. It didn't happen.
Right, we don't want to run out of diesel, so this will be good to get it set up and keep our mowing and maintaining our pasture areas and really cutting some of this junk down that we needed to get a hold of on our property. So it'll be good to have the extra fuel on the property.
Yeah. One other thing, I guess, before we get going to the rest of the day, Charlotte mentioned about like reevaluating some stuff. We kind of told Steve about our buffalo. Right now with the neighbors being the way it is, and until we get some other things set up, I think we're holding off on buying those buffalo. So I still want to go buy them.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to justify, like, can I still just buy them? But, we may not get the buffalo this month like we thought. I mean, for one, we can't get our fence done, but...
so slow.
Yeah, so we may be waiting on buffalo till the winter. So that just may be until we get all the fences. So that's another thing up in the air again.
Yep, so let's see how it goes and we'll check back in.
Okay.
Okay, so as we're done with our piggies, we are going to do a quick review of our area. First, it was fun to see how much they liked the back of our pig shelter. So they really enjoyed the shade. And then the front side of the pig shelter, they definitely rooted a lot in here. This is where we did keep their food, and you can see how well that has been used. It did hold up really well with the stakes and the tie down around it. We're going to have to break down the tarping and let this all clear out so that the things can grow back in it. I would say we would definitely rope all of our tarping to make sure that stays secure. We definitely spent too much time repairing that for this time with pigs. The last area we really wanted to review, the fence. We're going to have to redo our fencing. We need taller fencing to keep out predators. And this time over here at the water, we're going to look at the system. Now, our dirt is really soft. That causes a problem, especially in a corner, because they love to dig and enjoy the wetness of the water. The water's worked out okay. I would still keep trying to make sure I get them watertight so I don't lose so much water. However, The water itself area, again, I don't think I'll put it back on a corner like this. We may end up putting it in the middle with a bigger water tank and be able to drive into the pasture to fill up the water when we need to do that. So we're also going to work on maybe a better fence to get in and out of this pasture. So we definitely have some things we'd change. I think the shade at the water was really important. Again, a stronger canopy for the tarp. But overall, it was a good experience to have a few months with pigs on the property and get a feel for kind of what would we do different next time. Overall, it worked for what we had, but of course, there's definitely areas of improvement. Okay, in our last video, Sandra and I spent this time mowing with that big brush hog thing right here where I am. So I'm gonna turn around and show you what I found today as we show up on the ranch. So we got this interesting hole. It's obviously made by some tractor. You can see the treads. But check that out. It's like this huge square. So weird. And here's some tracks on the way out. And then a big pile where it got pushed up into. I don't know what is up with that. Maybe Jeff will have an answer for me. Get some.
71 inches?
Yeah.
They're heading out right now, but this is a 300-gallon gas tank, well, diesel tank. So it's surprisingly light, actually. So he said, do not pick it up by the tank, you'll ruin it if it's full. So we spent a little extra time getting it sorted out, but we've got our shutoff valve here. They do have a locking version, but he said it's just made out of tin. So it's really easy to break. So really what you want to do is either have a locking handle or just put a chain around this and lock it, so that way you can't pull this out and actually fill up. So you want to lock it just so nobody steals it, and it's possible somebody's going to start doing that. So, you know, we've got great neighbors, but we're going to run to the store and actually get a chain for here, and then we're going to put a lock up top on the cap on where you fill it up. But otherwise it's basic, it's all gravity fed. I didn't want any electric, I didn't want anything that have to do with that. So we just pull the tractor up and around, pop it through, and just put it in. So, got a lot of mud on me now. But yeah, one step closer, gas or diesel. We can mow forever now. Hey everybody, before we head out today, we wanted to share with you some of those measurements. So we're showing you the picture of the dimensions for the top upstairs in the bardominium. It's 25 feet by 60 feet. The stairs on the right hand side, you walk up to the top right corner. There was a hallway. The first door here on the bottom right, it was like the camp director's quarters or something like that. I have green and blue circles. The blue circles denote that there's a water there, water lines, a water drain, and the green is the electric. And specifically, it's a 220 electric. So in this little bottom room, they had an actual oven. They did have a sink, and down by the bathroom in there, they had a laundry facility right next to the bathroom. So that was the right-hand side of it. The other side, it was another little small room with 2 bedrooms, the bathroom, and a little kitchen, if you remember from the demo videos. So anyway, this is what the original looked like and currently looks like now demoed. What I want to show you now is the downstairs. On the far right-hand side, you have the stairs coming down, and that's where it exits into the big sanctuary. You'll see a bunch of these blue dots right towards the bottom. Those are a bunch of drain lines, actually. This is the general layout. You can kind of see it. We've got the walk-in fridge, the walk-in freezer. All the bathrooms are on the left-hand side of the screen. So one of our goals in doing this is to try and see if we can find a place that we can fix up quick enough and easy enough so we can start staying the night. I want to show you an example of what we want to do maybe upstairs, and then an example of what we want to do downstairs potentially. This is the new layout upstairs. And in general, what we're doing is we're trying to keep the main structural portions of the rooms and everything of the layout without changing much at all. So what you can see is that hallway in the top right, we took those out. Right in the middle from the bathroom up to the new bedroom, that is the original main wall that was kind of split in that area. So we would just be taking out the area that's between those, the new room and that bathroom right there. Other than that, we're adding in that bedroom with just a wall, an extra door, and there's not much else that's changed upstairs. So realistically, upstairs can be done real easy, real quick. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a pretty big sitting area. The place where there's the kitchen down at the bottom middle, it says 7 feet 3 inches. We have water, we have electric. We're gonna just make that a snack countertop kind of area. There is a door that's actually right there. That's a whole nother thing. In this next part, you'll see it. To make this feasible, can't stress enough how we don't want to change the structural layout as much as possible. We want to have a bathroom for the garage, which is down below this here. We want to have a bathroom, guest bathroom, and also we want to have a master bathroom. So we had originally 2 big bathrooms, and now we're making 3 bathrooms out of it. As you will notice, I did leave the urinal. So every dude needs a urinal. I've always wanted a urinal in a bathroom, and by golly, I got one. So I'm going to use it. This is kind of it. There's 2 main walls in this place. There's the wall over here by the dining room and the guest room. And then there's the wall over right by the master and the bathroom wall. So those 2 walls are the main walls that go east-west, top to bottom on the screen. We're trying not to touch those as much as possible, and we left most of them the same. So this shouldn't be theoretically that bad of a change either. So we added a pantry, a laundry, and a mudroom down on the bottom. The door that I was talking about from the previous one from upstairs would actually walk out onto the roof of the pantry. So our general idea may be to put like the air conditioning and the handling systems and so forth and the ductwork on top of the pantry, laundry, and mudroom, and have that duct through between the floors and go where we need. But also to serve as an extra exit during fire or something along those lines. We have a stair exit, and then we would have that door above the pantry right there. This is just a layout. Keep in mind, we're not necessarily like planning on being out there anytime soon, but it's interesting to kind of see what we could do and how little we would have to change to try and make it livable. If we have the 1,500 up top, we might as well do something with the 1,500 down below. And realistically, that could be about a 3,000 square foot house. and government would never know about it from any aerial photography, so my taxes won't go up. Anyway, that's just a plus. So I'm all about avoiding taxes in a legal way. So anyway, we wanted you to check it out. You know, if you've got comments or anything that you want to say about it, great. If you think I should use that other second urinal somewhere else, by all means, I'm open for that one too. Charlotte would love that. But anyway, we'll catch you guys next week. And we've actually got a guy coming out to look at this big sanctuary building here and kind of give us an idea of what we're looking at repair-wise. Hopefully we'll have some numbers for you, but it may not be until the next week.